Yes, indeed.
Hello, my peoples. This is Howie, and I just thought I'd give you a quick update to what I'm doing today and what I did yesterday. I'm just developing, I guess, a strategy, a system, an idea for looking at the market that's working in my brain so far. So, yesterday I took the top six stocks that were above $5 that had the biggest moves of the day yesterday, which would have been October 2nd on the TSX, and am sort of documenting them. So you can see these are the 6 stocks that had the biggest movements, the price they finished at, and their percentage gain on the day. And I obviously ignored like dollar stocks and 50-cent stocks. There's only one that's under 10 bucks. And now I'm like watching them today. So these are the same stocks today. So you can see MFI had this huge upswing. Finished down in 32.50 range. That's up marginally. ABX basically even after a big winning day yesterday. And then these guys are all down 1%, 1.5%, 1.7%, and 2.3%. So what I'm looking for is there a consistency of time to consider getting into one of these stocks? Is it a few days after the big move up where maybe some of the investors are selling off, and then maybe it'll get halfway down or back to the original amount and then you get in, or something like that. So I don't have any answers right now. I'm going to review this again after the market's closed to see how these guys finished. And then I'm going to sort of input it in this spreadsheet. Sort of going to have a next day close and maybe a 1 week after close. And then obviously today I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to look at the 5 or 6 or 7 biggest movers on the market today and just sort of compile a list of, who knows, maybe 100 different stocks, and see if I can find a good methodology or general concept for entering the market on these guys when they've had a good day. So again, I don't have the answers. I have some theories, but I want to sort of keep an open mind so I don't pre-assume anything. My theory is just that if you have a stock like this guy EFN, who had a 20% gain right here. So he moved from $7, high of $8.50, ended up closing at just over $8. My theory would be something like after a big day, there will often be 1 or 2 days of pullback as sellers take profits, and that may be a good time to enter. So after today and tomorrow, let's say, getting in there, because ultimately there's a reason for this big uptick. And I'd like to ride that train of positivity for the next week or 2 weeks or month or something. But that's just a theory, and again, keep an open mind. So I will check in again at the end of trading. Okay, just a quick midday update. It's 1 o'clock, so the markets are 3 hours from close. Here are the stocks again. You can see essentially that there's only one that is up from yesterday. Whoa, let's look at it like on a 10-day or something. 1 month per day. Okay, so this is the one that's up from the close yesterday. And then the other are down anywhere between just 0.2, which is essentially break even, and about 2 to 3%. And so that's just interesting to keep our eye on. So it looks like they're, after the big push yesterday, they're retracing back to, we'll see where, but definitely a portion of their wins yesterday. So keep my eye on this, and we'll check in again at the end of the day. Okay, here we are at the end of the day. It's 4:20, and weed stocks did well. Haha. But for real, the marijuana stocks in Canada did very well today. So you can see these are the 6 stocks we looked at yesterday. So yesterday, looking at these stocks, you can see that they all had big gains of at least 5%, let's say. And now you can see that 5 of the 6 stocks were losers today, between 0.25% and 2.75%. So let's just look at them individually and see what happened day 2. So MFI, let's go for 1 month and by the day. So MFI had a huge upswing yesterday. It was the only winner, closed at about 32.50 and pulled up 8 cents on the day. So a very, very modest gain, but it did hold its own today. ABX had a very minor pullback, just 0.25%. Volume's down from yesterday. These should all be volume down, I'm guessing. PVG lost 1.35% after yesterday. It had gained 5.6%. So again, it only pulled back 1/4 of the way from the move yesterday. EFN, you can see here a gigantosaurus gain yesterday. EFN was up 21.5% yesterday and pulled back only 1.6%, which is interesting. AEM pulled back quite a bit. AEM made 5.2% yesterday and lost half of it back, 2.26%. And then KL, which made 7.9% yesterday, gave back 2.75%. So again, about half. So in this, graphed them all here so you can see the next day close and then the sort of percentage won and lost for today. And then I also have added the top 6 stocks, ignoring like the under $10 stocks for today. So you have Canopy Growth, a weed stock, Alphira, a weed stock, and Aurora Cannabis, another weed stock, and all 3 of them had very big days. And then you have an energy company, exploration company, not sure about this guy, but these are sort of the big winners for today. So I'm just going to continue this process over the next week or so, keeping track of daily results of the sort of the day after, several days after, so I can see, I don't know, I'm just trying to look for a general concept of what happens days following a big explosive stock move. Is this EFN? Is this eventually going to slowly pull back? Is EFN, for example, going to come all the way back down to 760 and then pull up again, push up again, or is it just going to flatline in this sort of $8 range? So again, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to learn from this, but I'm enjoying it so far, and I hope you are too. Thanks for watching.
Yes, indeed.